Jersey Championship Wrestling. As you can clearly see, I am not Nick Mancuso, the star of the 1980s television show Stingray. But I am longtime independent wrestling fan Robert. Uncensored, held at the Boonton Elks Lodge in Boonton, New Jersey, was a wild, crazy, unpredictable show. You just had to be there. After I've watched some JCW shows that were streamed live on YouTube as they happened, you know, I gotta say, JCW, congratulations on a great show. And in case you can't see, I now have a divider devoted to your section. I mean, not your section, my section for future shows, and I'll get to that as we go along. But the first thing I want to point out is, I mean, it just sucks that the NJ Transit buses and trains don't stop in Boonton on weekends. So I took a PATH train from World Trade Center, got off at Newark Penn Station. I had to Uber it to the show. I arrive, and not even 5 minutes after coming through the door, because I'm looking around, and there's like post-its with fans' names on it. I didn't see one with my name on it. I saw a post-it that said the word reserved on it, and I sat there, and you know, nobody told me I couldn't sit there, so I guess everything was all good. But so basically, that was it was a long trip to get out there, and I think it's safe to say that JCW has brought life back to this very building. I can't remember who it was long ago. Somebody said, I don't want to quote the person because I don't know if it was that person. Someone said long ago that the Boonton Elks Lodge in Boonton, New Jersey, they said that was a building where indies go to die. Well, we know JCW wasn't going to die anytime soon. Now, to my surprise, the ring was already set up for the Barbed Wire Mayhem match, which I thought was going to be the main event and go on last, as we saw the Southern Psycho, Mance Warner, go one-on-one with Slade, and brutality, blood, so hectic. Barbed wire doors, I think, or boards were broken. Eventually, Hoodfoot hits the ring. First he attacks Warner, then he attacks Slade, and the referee calls to the bell, stopping the match. And it looked like Hoodfoot had like some kind of, I don't know what he had in his possession, but I don't know if it was security or other referees. They come out and they get Hoodfoot away from the ring. Warner's wanting Hoodfoot, saying, "Come on, let's go." And ring announcer Emil J, he announced to the crowd that the match was a no contest. Which, I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only one let down that we didn't get a winner in this one. Next up was the Body Slam Challenge for the DDT Extreme Championship, as we saw Beastman challenge the bad boy Joey Janela. Before the match started, Janela brought like two, again, I don't know if they were referees or they were just ring crew for the night. They're talking about, you know, what's the first thing you learn when you go to wrestling school? And one of them said moonsault and Canadian Destroyer. I couldn't help but crack up on that one. I thought when people start training to wrestle, I thought the first thing they do is learn how to fall and learn how to hit the ropes. But then again, I'm just a fan of the crowd. So what do I know, huh? So the two guys try to demonstrate a classic body slam. One of them picked up the other guy in a fall down slam, much like the Berserker John Nord used to do, and Janela tells him that's not a classic body slam. So they try again. He scoops him over his shoulder and power slams him, a la the late Davey Boy Smith, and Janela tells him again that's not a classic body slam. Eventually the match gets underway, and, you know, these guys really tried, that's for certain. I mean, at one point, Janelle had a top rope stomp on Beastman. Beastman brought like a big ass bone, like the Moondogs used to carry to the ring with them. Other things that came into play. Well, at one point, Beastman tried to go for the cover, and Janela tried some body slam attempts in the early going. At one point, he couldn't even get Beastman off his feet. Beastman tried to go for a pin, and the referee's trying to tell him, no, you got to win with a body slam. And eventually, Beastman body slams the referee, and the referee, who had a mask on, you know, as he's holding his back, getting up, he's like nodding his head. Okay, that's how you do it. You have to win with a body slam. And then there was one point, I guess we could say the Andre spot, where Janela tried to got Beastman up, but Beastman dead weighted Janela and landed on him, much like when Hulk Hogan tried to body slam Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3 in the early going of that match. The end came when Beastman was set up on the second rope, and Janela that body slammed him off the second rope through a door set up on two tables, and Janela defeating Beastman in a body slam challenge to retain the DDT Extreme Championship. Next up, we had a bull rope match pitting the one called Manders as he took on the root of all evil, Charles Mason. Another brutal match. Manders bled, and at one point Mason's shirt got ripped off. The end came when Mason was choking Manders with the bull rope, and the referee only checked him once and stopped his arm once and stopped the match, giving Charles Mason the win over one called Manders. Next up was one of the biggest highlights of the show, as the OG prize, I think, or is he still the prize, Alec Price, challenged Ratty Daddy Cole Radrick for the Game Changer Wrestling Extreme Championship in an Extreme Rules match. While Price was in the ring, Radrick comes out, he puts the belt down, he goes back. Well, there was no curtain set up, folks, by the way. And all of a sudden, Dr. Dre and Ice Cube's Natural Born Killer starts playing, and let's just say Cole Radrick decided to channel his, rest in peace when I mention him, his inner, Radrick, I guess, tried to, channel his inner New Jack. As the funny thing is, he came to the ring with, a garbage can, I don't know, I forgot what other kind of weapon he had, like a broomstick, or maybe that was the stick with the water cooler at the end of it. And they actually played Natural Born Killers over and over and over during this matchup, and phew, this was something. I mean, thank goodness this show was not only live streamed on YouTube, it's still up, and I will put a link to the show in my description box for this video. Alright, but at one point out, Price poured thumbtacks in the ring. I really forgot how this one ended, but the Ratty Daddy, Cole Radrick, channeling his inner New Jack, defeated the prize, the OG prize, Alec Price, to retain the Game Changer Wrestling Extreme Rules Championship. Next up, we saw a last woman standing match as the Kick Demon, Janai Kai, did battle with Sawyer Wreck. Anybody know how tall Sawyer Wreck is? They used to have a good matchup. I mean, not surprisingly, Janai broke out her martial arts repertoire. Or is it repertoire? And I can't remember everything that happened here, but eventually Janai Kai could not answer the 10 count, and Sawyer Wreck was victorious over the Kick Demon Janai Kai in a last woman standing match. Alright, next up was a martial arts match pitting the Cambodian Dragon Yoya against current Impact Wrestling X Division champion Speedball Mike Bailey. and they actually had people dressed up as ninjas just surround the ring, and they were actually surrounding as they were coming down the aisle to come to the ring for the match. They were like standing like kind of close to each other as Yo-Yo and Speedball were coming to the ring for their entrances. A lot of martial arts references in this matchup. A lot of Karate Kid references. There was actually one. Well, I don't know if anybody got the reference. And, let me tell you something about this dang crowd. Hey, I mean, as this show went on, it made me wish I took my megaphone out of my bag and used it. And spoke through that one, through it. But then again, maybe I would have been drowned out by the crowd. Who's to say? Oh, I forgot to mention, during the GCW Extreme title match, they were Radrick and Price. I think Price was he looked right at me, and he's doing this, telling everybody to get out of the way, and I had to grab a hold of my chair at some point to make sure I didn't end up standing for the rest of the night. But yeah, the ninjas were outside, I guess, trying to make it like a lumberjack match as well. I think, was it Yo-Yo the first one to go out to the floor? And at that point, I said, "Ninjas, engage!" And if you don't know what that is, I mean, I know what that reference is. That's from a show I used to love watching, and it's too bad it only lasted 2 seasons. That's WMAC Masters, which I wish had not gone away so quickly as it did. That was a very good show. And I think Yo-Yo tried to fight off the ninjas, or ninjas were making him get back in the ring. I mean, at one point they were doing dives out to the floor, onto the ninjas. Eventually Speedball Mike Bailey defeated Yo-Yo. I forgot what move that was, but it was effective. And Speedball Mike Bailey defeated Yo-Yo in the martial arts match. After the match was over, the ninjas come into the ring. They're surrounding both Speedball and Yo-Yo, and the two of them were going to fight all of them off. But then one ninja threw salt, even though it's really powder, into Mike Bailey's eyes. And as Yo-Yo's fighting off the other ninjas by himself, the one ninja who blinded Speedball with the salt, he attacks Yo-Yo, takes his mask off. It was the root of all evil, Charles Mason. And, oh boy. It was some, like I said, this was some, show, as I said, some matchup. I guess Mason and Yo-Yo, they'll probably go at it at the next show or a future show. Sorry, folks, for the interruption. Okay, after all those singles matches, we finally have a tag team matchup in what was billed as Lucha Extreme. Wasted Youth, Marcus Mathers and Dylan McKay. They did battle with Cyclope of WCW fame, and Miedo Extremo. I apologize if I mispronounced that. Not many words in the Spanish language I can pronounce. Collectively known as Los Macizos. I apologize if I mispronounced that. Good matchup these two teams had, and it was, bloodshed, and I mean, shoosh, I just don't know how these young men and women do it. I mean, obviously, I would have to be in great shape if I was ever a wrestler. I forgot how it ended, but after it was over, actually, I think one of them, I forgot it was Miedo or Cyclope. I forgot, he picked up either, was it Mather? I can't remember. I'm sorry, guys. I know I should have done this one after I got home instead of waiting until the next day. One of them, let's say he paid homage to the late, channeled his inner Mike Awesome as he awesome powerbombed / awesome bombed either Mathers or McKay over the top rope out to the floor onto, I believe, a board set up on 2 tables. Wow. Like I said, Los Macizos was victorious over Wasted Youth in a great match, and the two teams hugged after it was over with. Then it was main event time, as we saw Jungle Kiona took on the Russian Dynamite, Masha Slamovich, or is it Slamovic? And these ladies, I just kind of feel bad for them, because not only they go on last, but the fact that after seeing so much chaos and brutality and blood, I mean, I don't know how these ladies could have possibly. I mean, it seemed like these matches throughout the show multiple cases of can you top this? And I can't remember how it ended. Oh, actually, I do remember how it ended. How the main event ended. Masha Slamovich hit Jungle Kiona with one of my favorite moves, the Package Pile Driver, which Kevin Steen, currently known as Kevin Owens, was known for. And Russian Dynamite Masha Slamovich defeated Jungle Kiona in a very good match to end a great night of wrestling for Jersey Championship Wrestling. Now, personal notes, it was great seeing James McGrady, who was helping out at Ring Crew. Hopefully he'll get his, I don't know if he has gotten his foot through the door, so to speak, because I know he referees for multiple promotions. I noticed Brad Reeder, or is it Ryder? He was there. Damn, who else I remember? Throughout, there were moments during the show I was able to hear Vita, or is it Veda Scott, who commentated the show with Nick Knowledge. I was able to hear her as the show went during the show, as it happened during matches. Emil J, I'm not sure how you pronounce your name. Nice touch on your part wearing a WCW hat. I think it's safe to say, I don't know if we could say the crowd kind of gave birth to Uncensored Karaoke when Speedball Mike Bailey came to the ring to the Beastie Boys hit Brass Monkey. Or shall we say, the crowd have Jersey Championship Karaoke was invented, I guess. Well, here's some memorable quotes. I am Lex Luger. Joey Janela, when I think one of the failed body slam attempts on Beastman early in the match. Did you pay her to sit with you? Charles Mason when he noticed me next to this good-looking lady in red that was right next to me. She had looked like she had some nice boots on too. I guess that was her husband or boyfriend next to her as well. And they actually, I think they left before the show ended. Yo ya, yo ya, yo ya, yo ya. The crowd when Yo-Ya put Speedball Mike Bailey in an ankle lock during the martial arts match. Ratty Daddy Cole! Oh shit! Emil or Emil J, the ring announcer, when Cole Radrick hit the ring and he and Alec Price started going at it in their Extreme Rules match. Oh, here's a shocker. When the show was over, I had to use the bathroom, and there was a bit of a line. And Bam Sullivan, who didn't wrestle on this event, notices me, because I still remember him from the time he wrestled for NYWC in Long Island. We had talked before he went into their locker room. Other luminaries in attendance, I noticed Nick Gage, who was wearing a hat. Female wrestler Sumi Sakai, I don't know if she's wrestling anymore. Jimmy Lloyd, noticed him there. Who else did I may or may not have noticed? I will say, Jersey Championship Wrestling, I gotta say, I sure hope Uncensored will be a yearly show. You know, this was so great. I hope that you'll do this particular show every year. It was announced that Jersey Championship Wrestling will return on Sunday, October 9th, during Game Changer Wrestling's Fight Club weekend down at the Showboat in Lansing, New Jersey. I will not be at that show since I don't do Sunday. Go to wrestling shows on Sundays during football season. There will come a day I will return for a JCW event, and I have to ask to the faithful JCW. Oh, the faithful. Yes, to the JCW faithful. A few questions for you. Okay, I got this is a dry erase board, drawing board. I mean, do I put this to use and write some stuff about the show and stuff? Like you get the point. Instead of carrying a sign and shit, Tell me if I should bring this back, and not just for those, not for the JCW fans, but for all indie wrestling fans who have watched my videos and such. Okay, and also, should I use this at JCW? Should I speak into this at JCW shows in the future? Yes or no, JCW? Let me know, folks. I'm so blown away by this very show. We had definitely some good-looking ladies in the crowd, especially one lady who frequents NYWC. The only pain in the ass about this is the fact, as I said earlier, going to Boonton, New Jersey, was the fact that the trains and buses don't run on weekends. I mean, I don't know if you're gonna come back to Boonton in the future. I mean, hopefully you'll come back to Richfield Park for a JCW event. Hopefully you'll come back for, or at least any place in Jersey that's, convenient for those who can take a bus or a train, because not everybody out there can drive, and even though I'm only one person that's unable to drive, at least, be more convenient. So, JCW, congratulations, not only on an awesome show, but you got a new fan in me! JCW, 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 JCW.